Well, here we go. Happy Friday to you. 6:58 right now is the time, and we're looking live. This is from our Briarcliff cam, trying to look back toward downtown on what would have been an amazing Friday. I mean, today was set up to just be great, but wildfire smoke from Canada had something to say about that. You've noticed the haze and the smell, and all of that is from wildfires out in Canada. Really thick stuff, and it put a big ding on our air quality. So we have a first warn because of that. I mean, this is pretty bad stuff, and it's going to impact at least part of our weekend. So we'll talk about that, plus updates on any rain chances for this weekend, and how long is it going to stay comfortable, like temperature-wise, all that stuff coming up. So let's just jump right in. Plus, the record longest lightning strike involved the Kansas City area. I'll show you this. There's an interesting thing that just came out. All right. So here's the air quality for today. Let me get and we're down here. So this is enough where, I mean, anybody could be impacted by this. So it's in the unhealthy level. And the idea is like, well, okay, what do we do with this? Well, if you can, avoid a big bunch of strenuous activity outside. It's just you're going to be breathing all that junk in, and for anybody, it could cause issues. Vulnerable people likely to cause issues if you've got, a sensitive respiratory system, if you're compromised in some way, elderly and those of us that have conditions. So best to remain inside because your air is going to be filtered. You've got the AC, keep the doors and windows closed. That's what you do if this is something that could bother you. Now, you can see where it's coming from. It's way up here. Look by Winnipeg. You can see the, like bright red colors. And it will likely be coming down a little bit. So watch as we go into Saturday. It's still there, and it's still kind of thick. I don't think it's going to be as thick as it was today. And then by Sunday, we catch some gaps and it starts to get out of here. We're looking a little bit better. So there's the story with the smoke. Meantime, first Friday, temperatures are great. 70s, it's dry. If it weren't for the smoke, it would just be like a 10 out of 10 kind of day, especially given the first day of August. This is what we're dealing with. So here's your weekend. Saturday's a lot like today. Smoke is still an issue, so we're first warning you that if this is something that could bother you, there's moderate air quality, so unhealthy for some, but not unhealthy for everybody like today. And 78 ties for the coolest August 2nd on record for KCI. So it's a nice, really great day. I mean, this is unusually cool. Typically, we're at about 90, and it's super humid. We don't have heat. We don't have humidity. We just had it, but it's gone now. Sunday, nice day. There is a slim rain chance. The update with Sunday is that we have dropped the first warn. There's still a rain chance. It's just pretty low, all right? So it's low enough that I don't think it's going to have a big impact on your plans. The rain likely stays to the west. We just have a few late showers. It looks okay. So here's the update. This is the newest on some of the long-range computer charts, what they look like for rain. And it's close. It's a close call, but probably stays just to our west, just outside of our coverage area. We might get a quick little shower and a spot or two, probably west of KC, if we see that at all. That's a tenth to a trace. Plans look good, all right? Not too worried about that. All right, so here's that record, this longest lightning strike, world's longest lightning flash. Happened all the way back in 2017, and it stretched all the way from down here in Tyler, Texas. So there's Tyler, and then went northeast by Fort Smith, Arkansas, and ended just southeast of Kansas City over there by Clinton. Humongous, big old lightning strike. That was about an 8 to 9 hour drive if you were to drive that whole thing from one continuous flash. So that's 515 miles is how long that lightning strike was. Previous record was 477 from April 29th, 2020. How about that? All right, there's a look from our tower cam. Hazy, looks like apocalyptic almost, just kind of a weird look. So the air quality is at its worst now. By tomorrow, it's down. It actually drops 2 levels. It's into the moderate. So still, we don't really know exactly how this is going to play out because how much smoke gets pumped out, the column of the atmosphere and all the winds from the ground up to higher up into the atmosphere. All those things are very complex, but it just looks like generally it's going to be dropping down. So I think that we're better on Saturday and then even better on Sunday. Sunday's getting pretty close to the green. We might actually drop down into the green on Sunday. Got our 3-degree guarantee today. That was good. 73 is where we stand right now. That's nice. I mean, it is so great. Temperature is going to be in the 70s and 60s. Look at that, 69 degrees by 10 o'clock. We are dry overnight. And another cool one where we can open up the windows, 59. Richmond, Odessa, St. Joe, Lawrence, 60 here in KC. About 8 degrees cooler than normal, but with the humidity knocked out, it feels quite a bit cooler than that. It's kind of chilly for this time of year. And then Saturday, a lot like today. I mean, I think even better because the air quality is still there. It's still a problem, but it probably won't be as bad as today. 75 by noon, 78 by 4. High temperatures about 10 degrees below normal most everywhere that you go. And then on your 7-day, this is where the heat's going to start to build back in. It's going to take a little while. 81 on Monday is still good. 86 on Tuesday, still below normal. We're back to normal by Wednesday and Thursday. There's a little rain chance in here. It's come down a little bit today compared to where it had been. And then Friday, 91. And we do have Chiefs training camp, and the heat index is going to pick up. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all going to be near 100. So, it's August. We'd expect that. But we do get a sweet little break in there. So another look at that, 70s. So if we end up pulling this off and we get today was in the 70s, yesterday was in the 70s, if Saturday and Sunday stay in the 70s, that's 4 70s in a row for the end of July and early August. It only happens about once every 6 years. So it happened last year, believe it or not. I don't remember it, but it did. But not a common thing. So let's see if we have any questions here. Marcus doesn't care about no smoke. Yeah, Debbie, you could smell it up there in St. Joe, I'm sure. So there we go. Take another look at that smoke tracker. So there's another peek at it. So this is starting at about 8 o'clock this evening, and they're just chucking out the smoke up there in southern portions of Canada. And what happens is it's a trade-off. The reason why we're cool is we have winds out of the northeast pulling in that chilled Canadian air. It's not super hot up there, so we like it whenever our winds come from that direction in the summertime. The problem is they just happen to have the wildfires up there, and that pulls with the cool air. The smoke is coming in at the same time. So what will happen is the winds are going to shift from the northeast to more out of the east and then eventually the southeast as we go deeper through the weekend. And you can see what that does. It kind of pushes all that back out from, now it's going to start moving from the southeast to the northwest. There you go. See how it's moving like that? That's our wind direction changing. So it's not going to be winds from the northeast by Sunday. So that should pull in the non-smoky air from the southeast. But that will eventually start warming us back up too. Yeah, you're right. You can't open the windows due to the smoke in the air. Let that AC filter that air for you. That's a good thing to do. Smart. Okay, everybody. Well, we're going to have updates for you coming up at maybe 9:30. So we've got the Royals on KCTV right now. We might go on KCTV early, depending on when the Royals game ends. So 9:30, 10 o'clock. Anyway, we'll be there at the 10 o'clock news. So if you are looking for some updates, we'll have that for you there. In the meantime, I hope that this was helpful for you, and I hope you have a great weekend. I hope that you're able to enjoy these just treats of temperatures. It'd be a shame if we got locked in because of the smoke, but I think we'll do better tomorrow. So we'll see you at 10. Have a great weekend. Take care.